What if I told you her silence isn't peace? It's pressure. It's not distance. It's control. You think she's moved on, that she doesn't care anymore? But you can feel her energy, can't you? That strange tension that lingers even when she's gone quiet. You see her online, she's not texting you, you post something, she views it within minutes, and you sit there thinking, if she doesn't care, why is she still watching me? Because her silence isn't random, it's strategy. And if you don't understand what's happening underneath it, you'll walk right into the trap she's quietly setting for you. 1. The trap behind her silence. What if I told you her silence isn't rejection, it's strategy? She's not just ignoring you, she's testing you. You think she's moved on, but deep down, she's still there, quiet, watching, measuring every move you make. Let's be real. The first time she stops replying, your mind goes wild. You tell yourself stories. Maybe she's busy. Maybe she's done with me. Maybe I said something wrong. But here's the truth. Silence is one of the most powerful psychological tools women use. It's subtle, it's emotional, and it's designed to make you react, because the moment you start reacting, you lose control. Imagine this. You've been talking every day, laughing, texting, flirting, then out of nowhere, she disappears. No explanation, just nothing. Hours turn into days, days turn into weeks. You feel that itch to text, to call, to do something. That's when the trap tightens. Her silence isn't distance, it's bait. She wants to see if you'll fall into the same pattern every man does, chasing, begging, trying to fix what's not broken. But she's not doing it because she hates you. She's doing it because she wants to understand you, to see if you're steady when she's gone. Here's the thing about women. They don't study your words. They study your reactions. They notice how fast you panic, how desperate you become when you lose control. And when she goes silent, it's not to punish you, it's to reveal you. That's why silence feels so heavy. Because it's not emptiness, it's judgment. Every second you spend wondering what you did wrong is her observing what kind of man you truly are when the emotional noise disappears. Most men think silence means the story's over. But for her, it's when the real story begins because silence gives her information words never could. And if you fall apart in it, you've already given her the answer she was looking for. So the next time she goes quiet, don't rush. Don't panic. Remember this. Her silence isn't the end of connection. It's the start of evaluation. And right now, you're being watched more closely than ever. Second, the watching game. Let's talk about what's really going on when she goes quiet. Because silence doesn't mean she's not there. It means she's behind the curtain watching the show. You ever notice how she disappears, but somehow still manages to view your stories within minutes? You post something and her name pops up instantly. Coincidence? Not at all. That's her quiet game, the watching game. Women are emotional investigators. They don't always need words to understand you. They study the gaps, the spaces where most men crumble. When she's silent, she's not ignoring you. She's collecting data. She's trying to see if you'll beg for her attention or if you'll stand on your own 2 feet. See, in her mind, silence isn't absence. It's control. Because while you're over there thinking she's gone, she's controlling the tempo of the connection. She knows that silence makes you curious. It makes you overthink. It makes you chase. And she's watching every bit of that play out in real time. You might not believe it, but women don't stop caring overnight. When she's still watching you online, it's because she still feels something. She just wants to see if what she felt was real or if it was all in her head. Think about this. She's probably showing her friends your posts, asking them, "Do you think he's moved on?" She wants to know if you've replaced her or worse, if you've outgrown her. Because women want emotional certainty, and silence is their way of asking, can I trust his strength when I'm not feeding his ego? So while you're losing your mind, wondering why she stopped texting, she's sitting back studying how you handle uncertainty. And when she sees that you're calm, composed, and focused on yourself, something in her shifts. She realizes that the silence that was meant to test you only made you stronger. That's when she starts feeling it. The confusion, the curiosity, the pull. Because in her world, indifference is more powerful than attention. So the next time you notice her still watching you, don't read it as weakness. read it as curiosity. Because she's not over you. She's observing the man you're becoming without her. Third, the desperation trap. This is where most men fail. Her silence starts eating away at your confidence, and before you know it, you've fallen into the desperation trap. At first, you try to stay calm. You tell yourself you won't text her again. You'll play it cool. But a few days in, your mind starts spinning. You start replaying every conversation, every moment, every word she didn't say. That's when the panic hits. You grab your phone, you send that one text, "Hey, how have you been?" Then another, and just like that, you've surrendered all your power. Because what she's looking for during silence isn't how much you miss her. It's how you handle not having her. When you break first, you prove that her silence controls you, that she owns your emotions. And once that happens, she no longer sees you as strong. She sees you as predictable. There's a saying, silence isn't empty, it's full of answers. And when she goes silent, she's not trying to hurt you. She's trying to see who you are. When she takes her energy away, desperation kills. Attraction faster than anything because it tells her you don't have your own center, that your peace depends on her presence. And that's the biggest red flag a woman can sense. You want to know what power looks like. It's not in chasing. It's in waiting. It's in doing nothing when every bone in your body wants to reach out. When she sees that you don't flinch, that you don't chase or explain or beg, that's when the dynamic changes because now you're the mystery. Now she's the one overthinking. Now she's the one wondering, did I lose him? Her silence was supposed to expose your weakness, but when you stay composed, it exposes hers. So stop chasing silence. Let her wonder. Let her feel the emptiness she created. Because the man who can handle silence is the man who owns the game. Fourth, the power flip. Now, let's talk about how you flip the whole script. You don't fight her silence. You use it. You don't break under it. You grow inside it. When she goes quiet, you shift your focus from her to you. You hit the gym, you learn something new, you take care of your body, your mind, your space. You become the kind of man who doesn't need her energy to function. And here's what's wilder. And while you're leveling up, she's watching every bit of it. You think she doesn't see your progress? She does. She's watching your stories, seeing your smile look more genuine, your posture more confident, and something inside her starts to break because the silence that was meant to weaken you is now making her doubt herself. You stop reacting. You stop caring about what she thinks. And just like that, the power shifts. You go from being predictable to unpredictable, from needy to mysterious, from dependent to detached. That's when the silence turns against her. She starts wondering, did he move on? Did he ever care? And that's when she starts reaching out, not because she misses the old you, but because she's curious about the new you. The irony, you didn't need to say a word. Your silence said everything. So don't try to win her back. Win yourself back. And when you do, she'll feel that energy shift without you having to prove a thing. 5. The real reason behind her silence. Here's the truth most men miss. Her silence was never about punishing you. It was about protecting herself. Women go silent for two main reasons: control and fear. Control because silence gives them emotional power. Fear because they're afraid of being seen, of being vulnerable again. When she goes quiet, she's not just ghosting you. She's building a wall to see if you'll climb it or walk away. But here's the paradox. She doesn't want you to chase. She wants to feel that you're strong enough not to, because deep down, she respects what she can't control. And when you refuse to play her silence game, you trigger that respect. Her silence is her shield, but it's also her confession. It says, I still care. I just don't know how to show it without losing control. So don't fight her silence. Understand it. She's scared. Scared of rejection, scared of attachment, scared of needing you more than you need her. And that fear shows up as distance. The truth is, she's not testing if you'll chase. She's testing if you'll stay grounded when she disappears, because that's how she measures emotional maturity. And when she finally realizes that your peace doesn't depend on her presence, that's when her silence breaks. She'll text again. She'll reach out, not because she's ready to talk, but because she's not ready to lose you. So next time a woman goes quiet, don't panic. Breathe. Wait. Let her silence say what her words can't. Because sometimes silence isn't rejection, it's attraction in disguise. Let me leave you with this. Silence isn't the enemy. It's communication in disguise. It's how the heart speaks when the mouth doesn't know what to say. When a woman goes silent, don't chase the noise. Understand the message. Because what she's really saying in that silence is, show me that you can stand without me. And if you can, she'll come back. Not because you begged, but because she felt your strength in the space between your words. So let her be quiet. Let her have her time. Don't feel the silence. Own it. Because the man who can stay calm in her silence is the man she'll never forget once it breaks. And if you needed to hear this today, remember, silence doesn't mean she's gone. It means she's watching, waiting to see who you become without her. This is Brainify, on where we talk about the hidden side of human behavior, love, and psychology. If this spoke to you, share it with someone who needs to hear it right now.